I think I can push out one more, but I need all of you guys' energy as well. We've got one more song for you. This next one is called Taken by the Tide, and I need everyone to split this room, left to right, make some space in the middle. I think you guys know what to do next.
Demichron, welcome to your interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the people that have never heard of you before, can you please introduce yourselves a little bit? Who are you? What do you do?
Let's go. We're Demichron. We're a band from Amsterdam. I say Amsterdam, but we're actually from all over the place because we've got Charles from France, Nikhil from India, Mauricio from Italy, and then Raymond and me, we're both Dutch. All these guys, they live in Amsterdam. I myself live in Almere. But yeah, we
You needed to pick a place to...
Yeah, it's like where we're from. We're from Amsterdam. I mean, it's a good place. We always rehearse here as well. We're in Q Factory in Amsterdam. So that's a nice way, an easy way for us to all get together as well.
Yeah. And how did the band came to be? Because if I remember correctly, you are the founding Demichron member.
Well, one of the. But Raymond.
Yeah, I mean, it started when I was fed up with my previous band and I was looking around for people to play with in Amsterdam because my previous band could never get anything done. I'm talking, one song in 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I do not find that good. So I was just looking for like anyone that wanted to play with me in Amsterdam. And then I actually met Joffrey through a drummer that was rounding up some people to start playing with. And we had a few rehearsals with him. Didn't work out with that particular drummer, but he did bring me, Joffrey and Nikhil together. And then at some point we were like, if we want to do what we want to do, which is what is now Demichron, it would never have happened with the old drummer. So we had to search for a new drummer. So pretty shortly after we found Mauricio, and it really took a while. We auditioned a bunch of drummers. There's quite some like audition horror stories there. I won't name any names obviously, but they were rough. There were some rough people there for sure. And then also it took quite a while to find a suitable like second guitarist because that's for our genre. We really needed that as well. Also had quite some auditions. So interesting characters. And then at some point we found Charles and it was like, yeah. Didn't even have to discuss after that, really. It was just after rehearsals, like, yeah, well, I guess this is the guy. He's got the chops,
It's already difficult to find musicians for like regular metal, but if you do like something crazy technical like you guys do, I imagine it's even harder.
I think that whole process took a year. Yeah, the whole process took a year. I think we were talking about this, right? So 2024 August is when we found each other, and then by the time we found Charles, it was 2025 August. So.
24 August, the Charles.
Yeah.
So 23.
23.
Oh Jesus! Yes, that is right. Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
It's been a while.
You are pretty international. Then, do you define yourself as a Dutch band or as an international band?
So, deep question. I guess majority is not Dutch technically, but
Based in the Netherlands.
I don't know. Based in the Netherlands. Yeah, we all live here, so yeah. We're from the scene here.
Instagram ads that say Dutch progcore, so that's already right.
Fair.
Yeah.
And for the three of you that are not originally Dutch, are there any cultural differences in working with them? I imagine there are, because you start laughing.
I'm the most sensitive, but actually from Nikhil as well.
Well, I mean, there is the stereotype of like Dutch people being brutally honest, which I think is a good thing. I think it's refreshing to have that, and I think both of them, especially Raymond, is for sure. So, I mean, I don't mind it personally. So yeah,
can be a good thing. I think. That's also a Dutch perspective, of course.
Yeah, we mainly experience that for some reason it's always either lunchtime or dinner time, and it doesn't matter what time it is. But someone always has to have like a meal at any point of the day.
So basically, it's Demichron and food.
Yeah, it's like, so what time are we playing? It's like, yeah, we need to be there at 3, or we're rehearsing at 2, or at 5, or at 7, or at 9. It's like, yeah, but I might be late because I'm having lunch or dinner. Yeah.
Nice. Is there like a favorite meal that you all guys share, or is it separate?
Roast chicken.
Roast chicken.
Roast chicken, nice. Raybon, you just said you wanted to create a new band that at least got something out sooner than every 10 years, maybe. And you're also the guitarist of the band. Are you also the main writer for Demichron?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. Because I like to shut myself in my room with the curtains closed and just play guitar for 4 hours and write a bunch of riffs.
Nice.
Yeah. But then typically what I would do is I would just get everything down, and whenever I'm inspired, I make some structure, but usually it's just get as much down as possible. I present it to the guys and they just say from like the pile of shit, like, oh, hey, that's actually pretty cool. Let's do something with it. It gets restructured based on the vocals. Obviously the drums get rewritten entirely, bass gets rewritten, there's solos added by Charles or like changes to the riffs. So to actually make it a song, that's a joint process, but like initial ideas usually start me like trolling away in my bedroom. Yeah.
And in the Netherlands, there haven't really been that many like genty progressive bands. We have Textures, obviously. Silice was also a band from Amsterdam. What bands are you influenced by?
Yeah, I can go first. But for me, it's really like Periphery is my all-time favorite. Meshuggah is great. Monuments, Tesseract, Textures as well, indeed. But also like the old school things like Iron Maiden. I grew up a lot with Iron Maiden, but like what I modernly listen to a lot is I think every day I still listen to at least one Periphery song. So for the past 15 years. So
Wow.
that's probably still my main influence. Yeah.
Yeah, for me the same, but I think growing up particularly progressive, so there was more Dream Theater and Symphonics, and Tool is still my favorite band and drumming influence for sure. So and then I need to calibrate and adjust it to a style. I don't think the Tool wheel drumming, but you can definitely hear some Dream Theater stuff in how I adjust to the odd signatures and polymeters and all that.
Yeah. Are you gonna dye your beard blue as well?
No, for now, black and salt and pepper just works for me. As a whole rainbow of colors. I'll decide when I have more freedom. The more it gets white, the more I get options to actually.
Fair
I'm not gonna. Was it like you say when you? Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna bleach and then paint. Right? So I'm gonna wait for it to get naturally bleach.
Sure.
For me, I guess is growing up, it's a lot of Iron Maiden and Rush, then eventually like Death, and now it's mostly prog, like Haken, Dream Theater, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say I also have a lot of inspiration from more technical death metal, prog stuff. Like Meshuggah is also a big one for me, but also more like Beyond Creation, Faceless, Black Crown Initiate, some of these more tech death-y kind of bands. But I think we all have these roots of progressive, complex, or interesting music, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's all very coherent. Also, listening to the album, it's very much a unified sound. Some bands have every track is just like almost a different style, but with you guys, it's all Demichron, and it's not really definable as what style it actually is.
It's funny you say that, because for us, we feel like we're still kind of like searching, okay, what's the sort of overall direction? Because there's quite a few diverse moments, especially within the tracks, and like one track differs quite a lot in our mind from some of the other tracks. So it's nice to hear that at least for someone else, like it sounds very coherent, which is good. Because also during the writing process, I think one of the earlier songs that we've written, like Resolve and Bleed, at this point they're close to 3 years old, I guess. And then some of the later songs, maybe 6 months when they're like completely finished. So there's quite a bit of time in between as well, where every one of us have developed, and also just all new songs that are added. Like every time, you pick up something that's like, oh, this sounds cool. This is maybe something that we can apply into a new song, etc.
Yeah.
So
you grow as a band and you evolve as a band as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So also for new material, we're kind of looking for, okay, I mean, there's already a lot of stuff that's kind of that already lives either inside Raymond's brains or already on a drive with some recording. So there's
my external hard drive is now synced to Google, and Charles and Nico at least have access, so they can just browse through all the Ableton files and be like,
nice,
play with stuff. But I need a second hard drive by now.
So there's not a lack of inspiration at all. So,
no, I can hear that.
Yeah.
You first came out with Bleed. I still remember being blown away by that track, and I think that's still one of my favorite tracks from Demichron. And then somehow you created some kind of hype around you as a band without even playing, with just having at one point 2 songs released. How did you manage to get the hype going?
Well, it's nice to hear that there's a hype, but I think I can be considered the hype man. I'm just trying to talk to as many people as I can. At this point, like, we know a lot of bands as well, like locally, but also like throughout the country mainly. It's nice to just connect with other people, go to shows, and see if we can set up something together. Because in the end, that's how it works. Like a lot of people are in the same boat as we are. They're also in a small band. They're just trying to play some shows, make cool songs. That's kind of where we're at as well. So trying to get our name out there, and of course now our music out there as well. It's going to become a little bit easier now that we've got more material, because for quite some time we've had to live off of only 1 or 2 tracks. Then earlier this year we've had our latest single coming out, so now we finally got the album, so we also have some more material to be able to spread. Because it gets difficult if you constantly have to push like the same couple of tracks. Because also for us, it feels like kind of tedious. Like, we've heard these tracks now 1,000 times. Like, we still love playing them. Don't get me wrong. But now we can, now we can finally have some diversity in what we're putting out there as well. So that's nice. Yeah,
nice. Because Bleed came out in 2024.
Yeah, just at the end of 24.
Did you re-record it for the album, or is it the same version?
No, it's largely remixed. I did during mixing. I was like, I do not want to re-record the guitars, but during mixing, I was like listening to some parts, and I thought, no, what? I'm just gonna very quickly retrack these few parts here and there. But the majority of it is the same guitar tracks, just through different amp sims and just slightly different guitar tones, just to make it match the other songs of the album a bit more. Yeah. Nice.
And hearing that, I think it's a DIY project then? Did you do the mixing and recording yourself?
Yeah, it's all like the whole album is self-produced, so
nice.
it's all like produced, mixed, and mastered by us. Yeah.
Cool.
In his bedroom.
Wow.
Home studio. But yes, one can sleep in the home studio.
Well, it's impressive because it's really good quality, and there's a lot of first albums, even like from a producer first albums, that don't have the standard that you guys have already. So kudos to you, I think.
Yeah, that's really great to hear, because I don't know, I spent a lot of time like learning. I did a lot of courses as well, just to get the sound that I wanted to, and yeah, it's nice to hear that the quality is at least somewhat good now. Yeah,
cool.
A lot of work.
You would mix something, like 2 weeks later, you learned something new, and you're like, oh, I can do better. You kept going back and iterating on all the mixes while learning.
I think now I have the same thing, like what I hear sort of the pros sometimes say, that they just can't really listen to their own mix after the album is done. And I was always like, what bullshit is that? Like, I don't believe, like, Periphery, we're always like, oh, when the album came out, we were all like, oh, damn, not happy with this. Now I can sort of see it, because during the mixing, you've listened to it so many times, and you're like, I can't stand this anymore. But yeah,
You make so many decisions, right? And you might want to revisit maybe.
yeah, and the goal is like the idea is you learn more and more that you just shouldn't revisit. Just commit to it is way better than keep changing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I'm always like really impressed about the amount of time and effort that Raymond puts in, because like he can just sit down for 12 hours straight and just commit to just going over one section maybe and just really listen to it 1,000 times, tweak it, and then constantly revisit and not get tired. I think that's the main thing. I know for myself, like I wouldn't be able to do that. Like a couple hours maybe, and I'd be like, I'm done.
It helps that I like even when not it doesn't feel like work to me. Okay, at some point in the process it started to feel like work for me, but it is genuinely a hobby. Like I was doing mixing and the mixing courses before I was like making the album. It was just it's fun for me to create something out of nothing and having it actually sound good. So it's a fun project for me as well. Like at the end of those 12 hours, I am maybe a bit tired and sick of it, but
A bit.
it is like on a Saturday, like I wake up and I just can't wait to get behind the computer and do something, you know, like,
Nice.
yeah. So that helps.
Yeah,
That helps with the focus for sure.
I think that passion translates to the final product as well. Besides the whole mixing thing, what was the process like of creating this album?
Someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, I can say something. I think we started when we noticed we had quite a repertoire, or we started to have quite a list. And I think in September, October, I want to say, last year, 25. That's when we were committed to say we want to make the album actually, because
Also, we were talking about making an EP. No, initially we were talking about making an EP, and then it was this decision of, do we want to do an album? Do we want to do an EP? Do we have enough songs that we think would cohesively sit in an album? And then it was like, okay, then we have a bunch of songs. Let's put them out. I'm sure they're going to fit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think then became indeed that more cohesive, extremely committed. I think we really switched gears. Like we noticed, okay, we had also the ambition of actually working on the hype and the promo, for instance. So we realized, hey, we could do so much around it, and we managed to in the end book 7 gigs in 3 months between April and June, which is also massive for us. So I think these 3 months have been extremely successful for us. So we have 2 more gigs now to launch the album next week, and then 2 days after immediately in Dronten again. I think that's just sick. So that's the culmination of 7 or 8 months of a lot of tracking and recording and mixing, and he said also 12-hour sessions, but also extremely efficient. So we had opportunity of changing and micromanage a lot of this decision in the mixing process, right? That meant also many more iterations than maybe you will normally do with a professional.
Yeah.
It means also we are extremely happy, but we learned next time we should push things through, make it easier for Raymond. But he has been extremely efficient and effective, I would say as well. So 12-hour session, but getting through 25 comments, because we found actually a very cool workflow to comment and say what we thought could be different in this section, what we hear, what we want to change. But that created so much review, incredibly efficient again.
Yeah, but I think for that, like, of course, at some point it can get annoying to constantly have these discussions after the fact, like, hey, what about this section? What do we do here? What do we do there? But I think in the end, that all does contribute to like an actual own sound, right? Because all the decisions were in the end made jointly, even though it is annoying to have to bring out a 8th version of a mix, which has happened. Like, there's like 3 or 4 songs that went to like 8 iterations. But at least like everyone could really zone in on, yes, now I know what I want and how to phrase it for next time as well.
Yeah.
So I do think we will be even more efficient next time. But
I
it was really an opportunity for everyone to get their voice and also try to learn on, oh, this is what I'm hearing. Oh, so that's what it is. That's how I get that in the song next time. Yeah.
Nice. Going back to the album, lots of bands have like this waterfall release for an EP or an album. You didn't do that. Was that a conscious decision?
Yeah, I think that's mainly driven by the fact that we've already had several of the tracks out that also appear on the album. So Bleed and Resolve that we previously released already at the end of 24, and then one in the beginning of 25, and then the only single that we released really ramping up to the album was Taken by the Tide in February this year. Then we discussed, okay, we could do another single before the album, but then we've sort of given away so much of the album already. There's not going to be a whole lot to discover anymore. So we decided not to do that and just wait for the album to drop and just have like a big bang moment, basically.
Yeah, I'm glad you did, because I really enjoy like the discovery of all the new tracks much more than just having the single after single and then you already have the full album by the time it drops. So
yeah.
Did you write all the lyrics, or is that a joint process as well?
Yeah, no, the lyrics are all written by me. And then sometimes there are some comments, maybe we can change some things, or it depends. I usually wait for the song to be mostly done, and then I write the lyrics and melodies when the song structure is already there. To me, for me, that's the easiest way, and that's also how I like writing the song, because then I know, okay, what do I need for the song? What is going to fit, instead of trying to like retrofit lyrics that you've pre-written into a song and sort of trying to make them fit. I always feel that's not, it's quite a struggle. So I wait for the song to be done, and then I write the lyrics. But yeah.
And do you have Nikhil wanted to join in?
No, I think it's always very funny because Raymond would come in with a cool riff, like, oh yeah, this is like a pretty cool intro riff, and Joffrey would be like, you mean chorus? No, I mean intro riff. No, you mean chorus, and then that's how some stuff would evolve. So, yeah.
Nice. Is there a theme for the tracks, or like lyrically, or is it?
It's not a concept album, so there's not like an overall theme. There's some themes that might recur in some of the tracks. There's a couple of songs that are quite personal to me, so they're really involved. They're based on my own experiences, emotions, etc. And then there's a couple of songs which are more that have a more outward perspective around about the world around us, society around us. So I think it's also fun for people just to listen to it, and read through the lyrics, and kind of discover what they are about and what it might how they might relate to it. So I don't want to give away too much.
Keep it as a surprise for people to
exactly
actually buy the album and see the rest.
Absolutely.
Nice. It feels like your whole band, your whole process, also the release of the album, is very thought through. Is that also experience that you've had from previous bands, or what you see other people do? Or is it just like you guys all have like very high standards and just want to come out being the best already?
I think it's a combination of things, but I do think that the overall sort of theme is that we all like to push ourselves. Like, we all like to write music that's really at the top of our ability. I think with regards to the release and how we're approaching it, I think it's just fun to push ourselves as far as possible, and then also see like, okay, with the amount of time and money and energy, etc., that we have, how far can we push this? I mean, we're an amateur band in the sense that we all have day jobs, and at no point, definitely not in this stage, are we going to be able to make a living out of this music. And even if we see like the bands that are like at the top in the genres that we like and we consider ourselves to be a part of, like even they are struggling, and like they're touring the world and they're selling thousands, maybe millions of albums, but it's still a struggle.
Yeah.
But so with the time and etc. we have available, it's nice to just at least make it look and sound as good as that we can. So part of that is experience from previous bands, but also a lot of it is just discovering and looking what are other people doing, how are they approaching this, asking other people as well, asking other bands like, how do you guys do this? Especially the last year for me as well has been a lot of discovering how to set things up, how to approach things with regards to the album release in particular, and promoting it online, etc.
Yeah, and I see at least you, but also you guys, going to a lot of Dutch concerts as well. Are you also going to these concerts and then actively looking at like what do they do on stage and how do they set up their things and their set list maybe?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I always get any gig I go to, I get inspired, and that can be small bands, it can be bigger bands. You know, for bigger bands, it's like it's more aspirational. It's like, oh, it would be so cool to have that or do that someday. And for smaller bands, you know, there's always things that other people are doing that is like, oh, that's clever, or like, oh, that's cool. Oh, how do you guys do this? And a lot of these things are just small mental notes that I make for myself, or just quickly write them down. It's like, oh, that's a good thing to remember, or like this is fun. Maybe this is something we can add. And whenever I go to any other show, like stage moves, I'm like, that's cool. Maybe I can incorporate that somehow. You know, if it works, it works. And it's not about ripping other people off, but it's just taking all these different inspirations and trying to make them your own.
Yeah, fair. What's the next step for Demichron then?
Someone that what's the next step?
Give me the mic.
What's your plan?
My 10-step plan. No.
I'm moving back to France.
Yeah. No, it's a good question. I think the plan for us is to really promote this album and write it out as long as we can. I mean, we were just talking about this a few days ago, celebrating the release, and should we already write a single, release a single, make a music video? I don't think we're fully decided yet, but I think we want to definitely make the most of this release and get a lot of shows, promote it, just get it out there and really enjoy it fully. And of course, as Ramon said, he's always working on stuff in the background, so we have a lot of I think we feel like we have time and space to write stuff, have fun with writing things, and take our time to move towards collecting maybe more songs that we're like truly excited about and that really reflect us. But I think for now we all really want to probably just play shows and promote our album a lot, and because
get your name out.
Yeah, exactly. We finally have the full album. Can finally play our whole album live. We've gotten to add songs slowly to our set list, so it's really exciting to be able to do that now.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's your most fun gig that you've had the past year?
No, probably Delft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the Delft gig that we
the one
played.
that I missed, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, there was a very cool moment where the entire crowd was like holding their like shoulders and headbanging
Nice.
to one of our songs. It was really cool to watch. Yeah.
Cool. You wanted to say the same thing, I think, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Literally.
Yeah.
If you could open for a band, what band would that be? Or is that gonna differ?
Yeah, it might differ.
That might differ.
Ooh, that might differ. I'm curious about your answer.
I mean, it would have to be something in our genre. Can be aspirational and
Could
save.
be
And
very broad,
can be
because it's a very broad
aspirational
genre, right?
and save my sugar. That would be incredible.
same.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, for sure.
Sugar, Periphery.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as Sugar and Periphery, but yeah, that would be like that would for me be really shooting for the stars. Like if I could open for those, that would be great. I think more achievable, you know, from the Dutch scene, like Textures indeed, because that's sort of like very close to our genre as well, but also close geographically.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely the dot on the horizon would be the opening from Sugar would be crazy.
I think Textures would be really awesome. They're Dutch. I think it fits well musically. It's definitely a big influence also for me vocally, absolutely. And what would also be awesome is just like do like a massive show. Like I know Spirit Box is playing AFOS later this year. You know, like if we could play.
If you're watching this.
Yeah, so if you're watching,
Yeah. You need a supporting that?
yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, and I think that's the aspiration for any band, right? Like play the big stages and.
Absolutely. Like whenever we go to a gig and you see big bands on stage with like a large production as well, because like that's all part of it. Yeah, that's just a dream.
Cool. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, I really enjoyed listening to the album. My favorite so far is Paradigm, but
There you go.
So much. Yeah, it's fun to hear like what the different people coming back to like, oh, this is now my favorite song, or like, oh, I really like this song, and then I mean it's different for each and every one of us as well, and then it's fun to hear what other people are thinking, what their favorite parts or songs are.
and maybe next time bring more songs. Don't let me wait 2 more years for the rest. Speaking to you, Raymond.
Follow my Instagram. I tease a lot of riffs on Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool.